I'm Lillian Fishman. I wrote a story in the New York-themed May edition of the magazine called Travesty. It's about a 20-year-old student at Columbia named Prima who has a relationship with her professor. I'm going to talk today about 3 books that deal with different types of erotic transgression. This is a book called This Is Pleasure by Mary Gateskill. It's a novella that was originally published in The New Yorker. It's about a publisher who is disgraced during a Me Too reckoning because of his transgressions against his female colleagues. And it's also about his sort of oldest female friend who's grappling with the fact that the quality in him that she most adores, which is his frankness and his provocation, is also the quality that has really been harmful to other people. And I think it's a really beautiful book about the fact that those things so often go together, that what we're attracted to in someone is also often what can turn a little bit threatening. This is a novel called The Death of the Heart by Elizabeth Bowen. It's an amazing wartime British novel, kind of a class novel. And it's about a girl who she's sort of born into scandal and she grows up on the edges of society. And then as a teenager, she's orphaned and she goes to live with her brother and his wife, who are sort of upper class Londoners. And she's so unschooled in how to deal with the world that she becomes really attached to this rakish friend of her brother's, but she's not worldly enough to realize that it's dishonest in a way. It's really moving to read about someone who is so baffled by what's expected of her. It makes so little sense to her that she almost isn't even conscious of transgressing against it. This is a book by the French writer Emmanuel Carrère called My Life as a Russian Novel. Carrère's a very important writer to me. I think that in all his books, he does something new with transgression. This book has a lot of threads, but there's one layer in it that I want to talk about, which is a story about this sort of love gesture that Carrère made. At one point, Carrère was commissioned to write a story for Le Monde, designed this erotic love story for his girlfriend at the time. He knew that she was going to buy the newspaper and read it on the train to a vacation that she was taking, and so in the story, he describes how she looks sitting on the train and how other people are receiving her, and he gives her instructions on how he wants her to act. And in fact, in reality, she received this as like a real violation of her privacy. It sort of revealed him in her eyes as like this pervert who misunderstood her. I really love this story because I think it's such a devastating anecdote about like how often we have different ideas about what constitutes intimacy versus violation, which is very much what the story I wrote is about.